Hi. God, I want to chicken out. You know, I hit that button and it's like I panic. So bear with me as I get comfortable here because I have something really interesting. I've been trying to do this all day. I'm really sorry. I've had electronics issues. My iPad, if anybody knows, has had one where it doesn't want to charge. It's driving me nuts. I don't know what the problem is, but if you're familiar with my videos, you know I'm seriously Mandela affected. I'm not the same person anymore. But there's something really bizarre. I used to be like an artist, you know. When I was in Florida, I was bored. So I wrote a book and I started painting. I wasn't an artist. I was just bored and creative and by myself. Well, there's a style of painting called Mandela. And years ago, I started studying the whole concept of Mandela, which is basically the simplest way I can explain it, and I have some examples, is if you take a sheet of paper, you know, and fold it in half, and you put your paint in, and you fold it in half, and when you open it, you have two symmetrical sides of an image, you know. That's your basic Mandela concept. It's like symmetry. And then interesting because when you think about CERN and the symmetry thing going on and, you know, the origins of this word Mandela, how is it that Nelson Mandela happened to be the person that woke people up to the Mandela theory, you know, this phenomenon, and his name in itself is significant? Because I started looking into Mandela because I wanted to see more about it. Now, the thing with Mandela, the origins, you know, the symmetry, you know, two sides, goes back to the very first written language, and that was the flower of life. You know, you'll see it in advertising a lot. I know I need visual aids here, right? You know, where you see like in Hindu and Indian that pattern of the geometric, the perfect geometric shapes, and you see that like in I don't watch TV and stuff, but I know like even the Olympics or with the circles, you know. That's not what I'm looking for so much, you know, back in the day stuff for me. But, you know, I have examples of my paintings here, and I can kind of show you how this idea progressed. I just, for some reason, liked this particular style. Didn't know that years in the future I'd be dealing with something called the Mandela effect. But I just happened to paint all these different styles, and I got stuck in this one concept. And I just kind of blacked it out. But I mean, I'm looking for the really, really simple ones. I got some really, you know, early on how this evolved. Because I started getting more and more intricate, you know, expanding on this. Here's a very simple concept right here. This is a little ripped over, wear and tear, but as you can see, it's basically two sides of an image. That's the simplest, it's hard of the idea of a Mandela, and you get like bat your ink blots. As a matter of fact, that's what I was calling them, ink blots. If you know some of my issues back in Florida, authority figures didn't like me because, let's not get into that, but they were not good people. But guess who bought these damn things? Popo. But anyway, I went with that idea, you know, studying it. And I was always perfectionist. And when I'm on my Adderall, you know, I'm really good at focusing in on things. And, you know, I would work towards trying to achieve symmetry, you know. But this is, once again, you know, working on this concept because there's faults, flaws. I don't like flaws. But I, you know, if I can avoid them. You know, I started mixing a little more color and getting a little more interesting. But yeah, the whole idea of symmetry, you know, trying to perfect symmetry. CERN screwed it up, though. CERN screwed it up. When you have your parallel worlds, they're supposed to be symmetrical. You can't start pulling and stuff. Here, once again, these are more early on. You're going to see what I did with this. Started putting more colors into this. You know, the weird thing is once my accounts were screwed up, I had people wanting to buy this. I mean, actually on a website. I used to be on Redbubble before Facebook came out. That was my first site. I didn't want a computer. Had to for college. But, you know, I tried different things. I tried working with, like, fluorescents. You're going to see, I got one that's so Christmas. I started getting, I have some, you know, I was doing these custom. You know, I have my flaws, you know, because I was in Florida. And when it's humid, it starts heating up. You know, I lived in a trailer for a while. I was renting one, and I had a huge back porch. And during certain times of the year, you know, I could paint. But, you know, when I tried to scan these onto Redbubble, fluorescent doesn't scan. So it was really hard to show the true colors. They show up in this. But, you know, I had them. I just think these are interesting. I have so many, you know, but, you know, they were very, you know, I would be so desperate to paint, I'd paint on anything, you know, but, like they say, you know, more flaws, because, once again, I can't dry sometimes, you know, more colors. I start getting some glitter, but look out to the point where, here we go, here's a nice Christmas. This is, as you can see, I start getting more and more perfectionistic about these things. Some of my favorites are these. This one I really like, you know. This takes some time, and a few people have actually gotten exposed to some of my art. I've given some away and stuff. I think it's a very, very unique style that nobody else has ever really done before. It's a mandala, but it's, you know, taken to the next level, you know. And I guess where I lived in Florida, it was very repressed, and, you know, people just didn't have the money, or, so I had even the little loser people saying that I was an excellent painter and I should continue. And get the hell out and leave my stuff alone, you know. I like peace. I want to write more books. I should be working on a PhD. You know, I love school. But I mean, you know, I can show these while I talk about Mandela. I guess nobody's out there tonight to chit-chat with me. They're all like, Aaron, you were a bitch earlier. You know what? I apologize. But, you know, it's not an easy situation. And I really, honestly, I don't have any life or anybody to talk to. And you know, you find out some of the things I found out, and you deal with what I have to deal with. You know, and there's just no anything. It's just misery. And it's hard. It's hard. You know, and I'm not perfect. Far from it. It's amazing I'm still standing after all this time. Here's one, All American, I called it. That's pretty cool. And I did these, like, this is 2013. Yep. You know, I usually always try to date everything, but, you know, a little more unusual. You know, like I said, I made some custom ones. I give a few away. I did sell a couple to some of the people that worked at the jail and stuff. But, you know, I guess it was the area I was in and stuff, too. And plus, you know, you need to be free and left alone to make things happen. But I made sure that my paintings and stuff got sent, because most of my stuff, I don't have anything. But, you know, I look back at old accounts that I can't even use anymore, and people were asking, is that for sale? yeah, I do custom again, you know. If I could sell some of these and actually have a demand for these, you know, I'd start buying paints, and I could use some business. Look, you can even have, like, bones and stuff. Some of these look just like bones. I mean, I can do custom, you know. But look, I'm sorry, you know, it's like I don't have much to brag on except my cooking, and, you know, I don't even do this now. I'm so bogged down with this nonsense, you know. I don't have money now, so somebody help, really, seriously. But it would be cool. I mean, I like to stay busy. I'm not one to just be doing nothing. It's not me, you know. And I do too much. I mean, have no choice. I have to do things, you know. I don't have any luxury to take her easy. I wish I did, because it takes its toll on you, but it's, you know. I enjoy painting, but this is more, I don't know. This would probably show you a little bit about who I really am, because I wasn't an artist. I was just bored. You know, something to do. So I took something and turned it into this, you know. People are like, wow, you know. But, I mean, you could tell, like, this person, I think, was extremely organized. Paid attention to detail. Was extremely organized, punctual, dependable. I think you could see a chunk of, I mean, I was already into the nightmare years, and my son wasn't around. But, you know, I was still in the same town. There was some hope, I thought. But, I mean, because people don't know, like, is she really crazy, or is she a loser, or is she a liar? Was she ever really together? Yeah, I was. I still am inside. I do better than anybody could with what I have to deal with. Don't ever judge me. Somebody tried, and maybe they didn't realize that I use medical marijuana. But it's a mess. You know, I have a beautiful house in Florida, I hope. But my house was destroyed. My documents and things, what I could get was shipped out in boxes, and a mess, and I have no space. And it's just, you know, I got health issues, so, so that scared me. So, you know, I don't always, you know, have the time to get everything done that I try to do. Hey! I'm showing my paintings, my Mandela paintings. Explain Mandela. My Mandela paintings, remember I told you it said that I was gonna...
Oh, yeah.
The ones you like, I could give you one. But...
Where's the dog?
My paintings.
Where's the dog?
Right here. Say, where's that dog? That peanut dog. Oh, yeah, he's sleeping. He's tired. Yeah, I'm just doing this, and who knows? I'm a night owl in here. Huh?
Okay.
Okie dokie. Man, those burgers are good, man. Oh, yeah, that's good. Karen could cook it up. I could cook. Yes. Really? Let's see. That's pretty cool. But this one, that Christmassy one, I should take out, because it is really, really kind of Christmassy. And, you know, I had a bunch that were black and red. I did one, when I lived in Florida, the CenturyLink guy came. John Davis. And he had this tattoo on his calf. I looked at that tattoo, and I ran in the other room. I had one of these that just looked just like his damn tattoo on his leg, and I gave it to him. He's like, oh my god. Yeah, it was just freaky, man. A lot of people like the black and red combination. And I just brought like a handful of these out, basically. Because originally this morning, before I had all these issues, I was going to do, you know, a video out here, and I was going to do in there. And, you know, I keep moving stuff around, and it's, you know, crazy. But, yeah. Isn't that weird, though, that this particular style, Mandela, that's the one I was attached to. And it's just a weird coincidence, you know? But where is, got a damn dictionary here. Let me see. Because I was looking into the origins of the word. Where'd it go? Dum-dum. Let's stick it up in here. Oh, I need that. Say, Karen, can't you prepare for class a little bit better? Yeah, I used to teach. What didn't I do? Right. This is crazy when I know I'm running out. But, you know, when you have all these issues in between, it's like by the time you actually get to doing the video. Here it is. It was a snake and a bit me, or call it my butt. Let's see. Because it's very hard to see this damn thing. Yeah, I lost my glasses over a year and a half ago, so that's pretty sad, huh? Okay, because this is really small print. I had some great dictionaries in Florida. I wish I had them. I had my 1963 dictionary. It's funny, last time I looked at it, I don't think I realized just how much the NASA holes had bullshitted. I don't think I realized 100% that the world was flat yet. There's conspiracy facts. I don't just subscribe to beliefs without a lot of evidence to support it. Now, I had some trouble finding, I trust books more than I do Google's, but, you know, I do that route too. I did look it up online too, but I can't find the little cell phone I was looking it up on. You know, because they had some interesting things to say. And crazy. When I was growing up, I was always told I had to go look it up in the dictionary, which is a good thing. Everybody should make their kids go look it up in the dictionary, and you should too. I mean, it's good for you. People don't even memorize phone numbers anymore, as a general rule, and that's not good, because you lose your ability to even memorize and retain numbers and stuff. You have to use it or lose it. I like taking the quizzes and stuff. It's not just to brag on Facebook how informed I am. It's, you know, to exercise my brain and see how I'm doing, you know. Everybody should do that. Let's see. It's weird. I always have a hard time finding it in here because they spell it weird or something. Karen, you look stupid. I see mandate. This is weird. This happens just with this particular word, you know? For some reason, I have a hard time finding this particular word. And it's every time. Every time I look this up. I don't have this problem with other words. Mandela? Maybe it's weird. Where is it? Manchu, Mandamas. This is weird. Where did I see it then? If it's not in the dictionary, it has to be in the dictionary. This is bizarre. It's like it's gone. What the hell? It was there earlier. Oh, wait. Come on, man. This is bizarre. Come on. Come on. Age, M-A-N-A. M-A-N-A, okay. Right? What the hell? Okay. And M-A-N-A, M-A-N-C, M-A-N-D-A, Mandamus, Mandan, Mandarin, Mandate, Mandatory, Mandible, Mandingo, Mandolin, Mandrake, Mandrel, Mandrill. What the hell? It's gone. Wait a minute, there's got to be a mistake here. Mandate, mandatory, mandible. It's gone. I shit you not. It was here earlier, I looked it up. Mandela's gone out of the damn dictionary. I'm not kidding. I mean, lately it has been hard. I've had to look for it a couple times, but it's gone. I'm not kidding. I'm telling you, these effects was here earlier. It was here earlier. I swear, okay? M-A-N-D-A-N. Mandarin, mandate, mandatory, mandible, mandingo, mandolin, mandrake, mandrill, what's that thing? Menage, maneuver, manful, manganese, manger, mango, mango, huh? Manhandle, mangrove, Manhattan, manhole, manhood. I've gone past it. I would have, D. It's not in the dictionary anymore. It was here earlier today because I told you I was looking this up. Not even M-A-N-D-A or M-A-N-D-A-L-A or M-A-N-D-E-L-A. Neither one. It's gone. I don't know what to say about that. I was going to tell you about it, but it's gone. I made some notes though. I looked it up earlier. So let's see. What's weird. Really weird, man. That's gone from the damn dictionary. This is too bizarre, man. This is really weird. Really, really weird. How does this happen? I didn't plan for this. But then, you know, I find things when I'm doing my videos sometimes. Like, remember I was doing my 9/11 video about, I still haven't even finished about them knowing ahead of time. But I found out about Flight 587 while I was talking to you guys, but well, whoever was there that day. But, you know, I was writing shit down earlier when I was trying to, you know, research it because I know I never have a screen recorder. God, I wish I had so I could show you. This is really weird. Where's what I was writing down? Just American Airlines. This is just weird. I'm just, wow. It's not in there. I read you all the words and I would have gone past it. It's not there anymore. What does this mean? Because, yeah, Nelson Mandela. I looked in his name and I wish that little thing was working to mix things up as I'm going through this. This is so weird. You know what would freak me out is if my Ghost app actually gave me the word Mandela. It's weird. I'm not even finding where I wrote my notes down now. Oh, come on. I know I took notes on this. Okay, well, this is getting weirder and weirder. Okay, let me see. I just did not even expect that. Let's see. You know, I'm just having issues trying to get phones to work or anything, you know. I've bought bazillions and bazillions of freaking phones and whatever over time. You know, God, so many freaking phones. Maybe just, I can't have a phone. I can't have a phone. One thing I highly recommend is if you are looking for a way to organize all your cords so they don't get all tangled. I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner. The twist ties, you know, you can get them on like your garbage bags and stuff like that, your trash bags, or, you know, off your bread, whatever. Just save all your little twisties. Usually you have an overabundance, but when you start putting them to good use, you never find one, you know. But, let's see. I don't know. Did I put anything else in? Oh, I know. I was trying to. Oh, sorry about it, guys. Oh, jeez. I'm a real pro, huh? Pro, stupid idiot. Let me see. Here. There. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, that stupid thing. Oh, this is getting hot. Okay. Yeah, I actually plugged in the old iPhone. I've got a couple of these. Can't ever use them, you know. I traded 2 of them got terribly ripped off by companies here when I trade for like this Galaxy. Give me a break. Here's another iPhone. You know, I bought like 5 or 6 last year. I'm not kidding when I'm saying just heck, I spent a fortune. Let's see what we can do here. I never really got the hang of this Android thing till I'm starting to get the hang of it a little bit, I suppose. Yeah. A lot of my SIM cards are missing, and you know the micro SD cards and stuff. I don't know. My dad probably got some. Who knows? I'm just lost after this past year trying to figure out what's going on too. You know what I mean? Okay. Well, anyways, that kind of messes me up unless I can, get some kind of. I don't know. Does that freaking iPhone do anything? It doesn't even have a SIM card. Well, I hear it does. My ex-boyfriend, I guess, shoved his SIM card in it, jammed it in there. And it's like, I don't even remember how to use a dang iPhone anymore. Let's see. I don't know. It seems like I can probably look stuff up. Sorry, can't open the page. Oh, wait. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Did I not enter the code for the internet in here? I need to memorize that damn thing or write it more often. It's just turning into a pain in the ass. As everything I try to do does. Yeah, I have to go get that damn code again. God. It just aggravates me. This is the way my days go. I mean, this is why I get so frustrated, because it's like everything I try to do. It's a pain in the ass. Oh, and you can't do shit without that code. You know? Man. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna have to look to make sure, because it's a newer code, and I don't have it anywhere here. Stupid. Well, you can, I suppose I just don't want this unplugged for very long because I've had charging issues and I hate risking it. But let's see. I have to get it off that modem back here. Yeah, where the girl said, "You in a dumpster?" No, dear, not in a dumpster. In a small area with a lot of stuff. Oh shit. Okay, let's see. I gotta write this down. And then we can go back up. Let me see, what's it? Geez, can you write it a little smaller, guys? For real, it's like, he can never put things a little bigger, Not everybody has vision. Okay, I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. But hey, if you're left there all by yourselves. Okay. Oh, shit. Alright, we got this. I hope. Because, I used to do some really good videos. Oh, hey, you figure great time to come when I'm having to go back to Mandela disappeared from the dictionary today. I just experienced that. I'm like, well, that's kind of messing me up now because I was going to go over some of the things I looked up today about Mandela after showing my paintings and everything. And I just can't, it's gone. I went through, I read. It's not there now. Not even M-A-N-D-A or M-A-N-D-E. Neither one. That's bizarre. Let's try this code. See if I can do anything with this old hacked out thing here. Yeah, I was showing all my paintings and how I've taken a simplistic Mandela concept, which is symmetry. Basic idea is putting paint on a piece of paper and folding it in half and opening it and having the two sides be symmetrical. And I took that concept and really went wild with it. But the weird thing is this was years ago. Never would have thought in my future that that word Mandela was going to play any major role in my life, but unfortunately it is. But I looked into the meaning and stuff and the origins of it, and of course it went back to the first written language, you know, the flower of life. And you know what's weird is you'll hear me mention trees a lot, that I never get to do my tree videos, and you know that these land formations and stuff, it looks like tree stumps when they might in fact really actually be tree stumps. And you know, when I considered this theory, I thought, well, who would cut down these trees? Well, wait a minute, they talk about those giants in history. They talk about giants. So, well, who was the giant? Paul Bunyan. When Paul Bunyan, you know, Paul Bunyan was a lumberjack. He cut down trees. I bet you that's not just a myth, that's reality. That was based on truth. It supports it. And why are trees so significant in this world? You know, the tree of knowledge, the tree of life. And when I started looking into Mandela and symmetry and things like that, it led me to trees. And basically, trees are even the foundation, you know, of the systems of the body and cells, and, you know, trees are very significant. And I got to thinking that at one point that maybe this whole thing, this planet, is a tree. A huge, huge tree with things built up on it. Why not? Let's see, I'll look up Mandela in here and see how this works. 'Cause I don't know. There's two spellings for it, too. Okay, Mandela. It's showing the pattern that I was talking about. The flower of life. If I can get it to show me a picture. No, come on, people. Any damn day, people. Okay. Oh my god. It's a pain in my butt. It's not showing me any picture. I'll tell you, okay. I don't know how well you can see on this. I've never tried to. Okay, almost. See those patterns down here. This is like the first written language, and you get into your. I don't know how you see this. The yin and the yang, even. The symmetrical. And that's what the problem is. And I heard this in another video recently about the yin and the yang is trying to say that there should be an equal balance of good and evil. No, that's a gimmick. That's a gimmick. That's a con job. Why? Why not all good? Why do you have to have half of it being bad? No, that's just an excuse to start bringing evil into the world. But let's see. What is Mandela art? Why is it called Mandela? Mandela art, complex abstract design that is usually circular in form. Mandela's Sanskrit word that means circle. Mandalas generally have one identifiable center point from which emanates an array of symbols, shapes, and forms. Why is it called Mandela? According to the Buddhist scripture, sand mandalas transmit positive energies to the environment and to the people who view them. While constructing a mandala, Buddhist monks chant and meditate to invoke the divine energies of the deities residing within the mandala. The monks then ask for the deities' healing blessings. In tattoos, the circle represents wholeness, denotes balance, perfection. What was I saying about the perfection of my paintings? Maybe that's what attracted me. Perfection. No eternity, as the distance from its center to all points on it remains the same from wherever it is measured. Kind of like symmetry, but also the infinity. Now, this is all related to CERN. It's a coincidence that they held up the word Mandela effect, and it just happened that Nelson Mandela Did they purposely affect Nelson Mandela to create that particular term becoming the term, because Mandela is very significant. Why was he named Mandela anyway? Mandela is a symbolic picture of the universe. It can be a painting on a wall, scroll, colors, sands. Let's see. One of the richest visual objects is purpose. Generic term for a diagram, chart, geometrical. Okay, cosmos, metaphysically or symbolically, a microcosm of the universe. So we're starting to get into this universe, parallel worlds, Mandela. Isn't that weird? Okay, let's see. I'm trying to... Cultural Mandela. The Mandela appears in many cultures throughout the world, and while it may take different forms in different cultures, it is always sacred image and has a deep connection to the spirituality of the culture. Mandalas are the works of sacred art of Tibetan Buddhism. Mandela, Wikipedia. Mandela Sanskrit is a spiritual and ritual symbol of Hinduism and Buddhism, representing the universe. In common use, Mandela has become a generic term for any diagram, chart, or geometric pattern that represents the cosmos metaphysically or symbolically, a microcosm of the universe. Basically, they're all circles. I mean, the general idea. But I guess you have to. You can't have square lines and have it go on. And when I look at mine, it's true. They all are circular. There's no edges. So in a sense, this is a circle. There are no straight edges on this. Not really. I mean, there was at the end of the page like this, but it would have ended with a circle. So it is infinity. Now let's see. Because, no, it has Mandela effect, doesn't it? Mandela project. Mandela's for the soul. Mandela's online. Mandela coloring. Mandela. Surprised I haven't seen Mandela effect. That's kind of weird. Of course, they don't want to promote that stuff. Let's see. We'll try Nelson Mandela. Because, Nelson Mandela. What's his deal here? Okay, there's something about him that was unusual. Besides looking like Morgan Freeman. Let's see. Okay. Weird. Did they purposely mess with this guy? Because of his name? Or what's the deal? Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary political leader and philanthropist who served as President of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. Died December 5th, 2013. Why did Nelson Mandela make a difference? First black president in a part of a world engulfed by apartheid. He knew when to... That's funny. We had a black guy create apartheid, it seems like. What was he fighting for? The freedom of South Africa's black and colored population from oppression imposed by the minority government. He was in prison for 27 years. Soon after release, he became the first president of South Africa in elections in which all people could vote. Let's see. I'm asking about when he died. Let's see. Yeah, I heard something about him dying from, diarrhea in jail. But, no, I remember him dying in 2013. That was more recent, yeah. Oh, that freaked me out. November 28, 2017, I was like, what, they have another death date for this guy? Wow. There was something, when I looked him up on another search on my other thing, I found more interesting things. Lived to be 95. He spells his name with an E. Wonder what they're saying about the Mandela effect even. Surprised this thing is good for anything. Mandela effect. We're just saying on Google these days. There's the target. 15 new Mandela examples that are going to turn your brain. The number of rings targets below logo has. Because this is my Mandela bag, remember? I have the video. What does it say? The number of rings targets bullseye logo has. Come on, tell us what. What about it? Crap. Yeah, I mean, you can see the multiple rings. Not my bag had the multiple rings, but now it looks like any other Target bag, with the one in the middle. Weird, but yeah, it's a weird effect. What was that about Arby's? Oh, whether it's small A or capital A? Huh. What do you guys remember about this? Arby's with a small... Hey, I gotta get where I have a screen recorder or some shit. Small A in Arby's at the beginning or capital A? That's a new one. I hadn't heard that. But, you know, it does seem like it used to have an A. TGI Fridays. What? Oh, no. No, TGI Fridays. Oh, no. I exactly like the top. I remember like the top of the TGI at the top. Not on the side. No way. Let's see. Laughing Cow. I have some Laughing Cow in the fridge. What did they change on this? 2 earrings? Oh, wow. Before? Had earrings? I've got... Hi. Oh. Yeah, I remember your name from commenting. I found some new Mandela effects just now that I hadn't heard of. Like, the Arby's logo used to have a small A, and now it has a capital A at the beginning. And, you know, I've got some Laughing Cow in the fridge, the cheese, because I'm like, he has earrings? And I guess before, the Laughing Cow did have earrings, I guess. I've got some in the fridge. I could go pull it out. It's been there since last year, I think. No, not that long. And the TGI Fridays. I remember TGI Fridays, the TGI at the top. Now they say it's on the side. Since when? Of course, Target. I had a bag. I haven't filmed with this. But the bag changed now. Now the bag has that on it. Totally changed. The only bag in the house. I'm dead serious. I have no reason to make this shit up. It convinced me. I mean, other than myself, which I've been going into the whole meaning of the word Mandela and universe and the flower of life, and that led me to the trees. But, you know, I looked it up. I guess on this is still charting. Well, maybe not. Because, it led to, you know, the tree thing I said about this whole planet could be nothing but a tree. Oh, man. I'm having terrible electronics issues. I'm just tired. I've been really busy. It just doesn't want to work. I wound up having to actually plug this piece of crap in. I've got a bazillion freaking phones I've plugged, but they won't work as phones. Any other new ones I got? They're not giving the bullseye. What's different about it? I could go pull that Laughing Cow out of the fridge. It's right over there. Let's see if it's got earrings or not. Because I don't know how old it is. Just a second. See what I got. Okay, Laughing Cow. Where is it? I just played this out, so I know it's in here. Okay, let me put it. There it is. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see what the cow looks like. Cow has earrings. Cow has earrings. Let's see. Let's see the cow. See, it has the earrings, but it's not really seeing what's before and what's after on that one. It's just showing. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, you know what's weird? The cow doesn't have a nose ring. Okay. I don't know what the deal is here, but this... God, I hate this. You know, if I could use screen recorders. The one cow doesn't have a nose ring, and the other one does. This doesn't have a nose ring. Doesn't. And I'm not sure what is the correct one, you know, now. This cow doesn't have a nose ring, but I don't know which is the correct one now. Does anybody know? It doesn't say which is the because I could have one that's unique, because that happens a lot. Just like the word Mandela disappearing from the dictionary today. February 22nd, 2018, they expire, so I've had this for a while. Gosh. And I almost threw it away, too. Nope. Even on here, he didn't have a nose ring. Well, we'll have to just find out about that one, won't we? You don't have any idea, huh? Oh, well. Yeah, I'm thinking that if I could, I would sell these, especially, you know, if you think with the Mandela thing, taking this Mandela thing, and that's what it is, symmetry. Perfect symmetry, circular, you know, it's language, basically, Mandela. I used to custom do these for people, you know, but I was very perfectionist. Gave me something to do, you know. But it started just with this concept, and I just went crazy, you know. There's one that's really Christmas. The colors. Oh, here's another black and red. You know, black and red was really popular. See, black and red. You know. Oh, thank you. I enjoyed doing these, you know. It was just, I'd get up really early in the morning, because I took my meds in Florida and stuff where I could sleep and be in a more normal life. And I could do really well until it started getting really humid, and then it'd be hard. You could never dry the damn things, but it just, and, you know, I was selling these on Redbubble, but that wasn't really my style I did. I mean, I just started getting into it, and it's weird because who would have thought that Mandela was going to be so significant? This one I called King of the Frogs. Oh, here he is. Just, that's what he happened to look like to me, a frog. But, you know, I experimented. I'm not an artist or anything. I just was bored, you know? I wanted something to do. I just don't like it, you know, doing nothing. I have too much to do, you know. But, yeah, it was really weird that time the CenturyLink guy came, and I had one that looked just like his tattoo hanging up, and I gave it to him. But, you know, you know, you can't really sell anything in that place where I was at. Unless you sell, like, drugs or something. I mean, that place was horrible. You know, people aren't going to spend money on anything, you know, cultural or, you know. But I would go out and buy the paints all over again and stuff if people were actually wanting to buy them. And my aunt has a good friend up in north of Phoenix here that restores art and stuff. If my family would just chill the hell out and give me a chance, listen to me, you know, maybe I could get with this woman and try to sell. I have all of them, actually, probably on Facebook somewhere, but on Redbubble. I was Karen66. Karen? Yeah, just Karen. Karen 66 on Redbubble. Go way back. I mean, I was on there before Facebook or anything. As a matter of fact, that's where I wrote about Facebook. But not knowing it was Facebook yet. It was a prediction. Because I didn't want a computer. I didn't want a computer, and I talked about all the dangers In fact, it's right here where I've written it. I am talking about the cards that you scan in the grocery stores, and your library card is scanned, and you're not writing checks, you're using a card. They know what you buy, they know what you eat, they know if you smoke, drink, make drug paraphernalia, what you read. And, you know, you're losing your privacy. And I was talking about staying hidden. Of course, I didn't know all the identity theft was in the process, but yeah, I tried to just stay off grid, basically. I didn't want anybody knowing my business. I didn't want to give up my fingerprints or my DNA or my freaking shopping list, you know, or my reading list. I want to... It's, you know, people say, well, I don't have anything to hide. I'm not, you know, if you got nothing to hide, no. I got something to hide. It's my business. It's not yours unless I want you to know about it. I don't care if I'm talking about, you know, top secret stuff or, you know, what color I'm going to paint the living room, you know. It's my business. And I don't appreciate anybody just listening in. It's not your business. I think I have a right to my own privacy. I'm not doing anything wrong. You know? And when you treat people like criminals and you know, clamp down and say, no, you can't have this, no, you can't do that, you create rebellion. Because people always are going to rebel when they're told that something is off limits. That's when you create problems. Like, you know, there were drugs in the 60s and whatever, but when Nancy Reagan came along and said, just say no to drugs, and they start hearing him, I know this is medical marijuana, but I mean, you create a taboo, and then people want to do it. They want to do what they're told they can't do. So you create the problem. Don't like me? I don't like you either. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody's a critic now. I don't know. I don't have anybody to talk to. I'll sit around and talk to myself if I have to. I'll talk to the dog. But I don't know. I think of all these things, but I'd do better if I did, you know, videos that weren't live with my device issues and everything. I have to do them live. And I hate it because I'd do much better if they weren't. I really would. I'm too nervous. I don't know what it does. That's totally the point. Is the point of no return? In which respect? Who said it and about what though? In particular, because I've known so much for so long. And I don't know where people are at in their knowledge, their quest for knowledge, what they've uncovered, what they've learned, what they suspect, what they know. Because I'll forget, like, I've already, like, studied this and this and this and this, and I see how they tie together. But then I'll be watching one of my videos. My videos what? But I'll forget that. I'll be like, oh, they know this and this, and then I'm like, oh, but they don't realize this yet. You know, they haven't got that part of it yet. Oh, keep working on that, you know. Tie it together. People even suggest things. I'm like, yeah, run with it. You got the right idea. Go. You know? Because people get on the right track, and they'll see, I wonder, and they'll, you know, gee, you know, maybe the Mandela effect. I wonder about this CERN, what's going on. Yes, there you go. Just tie them together, you know? Shit like that. Lisa Haven was doing something about chemtrails. And, actually it wasn't about chemtrails. It was about, people being exposed to radiation and getting cancer a lot from air flight, you know? And it's because when they do the chemtrails with the aluminum and the barium and the strontium or whatever, the only way to get rid of awesome Robert, what Oh, that just tripped me out. What made you say that? Wait a minute, where did that go? What made you say that? Did you say Robert Wood? Maybe I tied two people's names together that I was just looking at before I started the video, the book post. Natalie Wood and Robert Wagner. Like, was I just looking at a picture and when you put Robert Wood, I'm like, Natalie Wood, Robert Wagner? That was just weird. I totally lost it, didn't I don't know. There's been too many weird things happening. You may have seen. This is weird, too. It's happening more frequently that I'm just, like, listening to a video. New video. Maybe I'm doing two things at once. Maybe I'm looking some stuff up. I don't know. I got a lot of things I try to do all together, but I'll hear a video, and then all of a sudden, it's like, did I just hear this, And I already know exactly what they're going to say, word for word, for the next couple of minutes. Who is he? Robert. Who is he? I've never heard of him, though. Well, that's not surprising. I don't watch TV. That's YouTube. And basically, I'm not even really watching it. I listen to music or I watch truth. I feel that watching movies, except for the fact that they're predictive programming, it's a waste of time. There's too many other things that are important that you need to pay attention to. It's, just a waste of time to me. Just tell me the main plot and at least I'll know what they're doing if I don't already. And now I'm getting stuffed up. I've been looking into the Big Ben and the Eiffel Tower. I started looking because when they were talking about 9/11, which is my main one there, how many times it was predicted in cartoons, on TV. I mean, straight up the whole plot. What was it? On the X-Files. Like in April of 2001. They did a plane hijacked, hitting the World Trade Center, and I'm like, I'm surprised everybody didn't realize, like, this is exactly what happened, But then I started thinking about what made me think of the Eiffel Tower and Big Ben for some reason, but, because Big Ben is, I believe, stopped at midnight or noon. New Year's, they've got a lot of movies where it's being destroyed. Do you think? I think it was just they destroyed life as we knew it. I think it was just exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to screw up the whole next millennium. They wanted to change everything, and they did. They changed the entire course of history. They changed the entire field and climate. You just can't go back, How do you go back to that innocence before Homeland Security, before stick a camera up your ass, we're spying on you, we're looking for your privacy, for your protection, the electronics, and so, it's just, x-ray machines, and it was an excuse for so many things. It was an excuse for increased security. It was for us to accept giving up privacy for our protection, our security, an excuse to be intrusive, an excuse to, get these agencies off the ground. I think I saw them as a kid. When I think back to looking up at the sky and seeing the jet streams, I used to think it was just normal. Shit comes out of the back of a plane. So I think they've been doing it forever, basically. Because I remember in the 70s and stuff, looking at the sky, looking at the clouds, and seeing these lines coming behind planes, Weren't they probably chemtrails, thinking back? I don't know. I mean, but I remember seeing lines in the sky. You know, you see them here sometimes, but at night. Must be this area they like to do at night. And it shocked me the other day when I saw somebody in the next town also the same night was filming the chemtrails at night. But I wish I'd been able to get the giant X by the moon that night. Because I'm shooting with my iPad, it's not very good, and without my computer working, you know, I've got like a camera here, and I'm kind of mad because on my computer I just loaded my memory card, and one of the weird things I have filmed, because now my filmed it on there, and I can't do anything with it, you know, it was on my camera, but I was going to that computer that I just used for the first time since last year, and taking out like duplicate pictures, and all of a sudden I come up on not just a couple pictures of this one picture of George Orwell, 100 pictures of the same picture of George Orwell. I'm like, what the hell? Where did all these pictures come from? How the hell did I get all these darn pictures of George Orwell? Where did they come from? You know, I don't know if she got the computer here or before she came to Florida. I don't know the password hint. I don't know the password. I don't know where she even got this iPad. When? I don't know. I'm finding things like that speaker that I have, that Bluetooth, the big one. I was in the closet a couple months ago, not gay or anything, but looking for something. And I guess the damn thing was charged up, but just off, and I don't really see them. Wait. Let me see what. Oh, the chemtrails. Oh yeah. That's sometimes they're black. I mean, they're bad. You know, people are going out there at night with a light, and you can see the metal falling from the sky. Now, I'm concerned about this aluminum. Aluminum can be so hazardous. You know, it causes Alzheimer's and autism and all this kind of stuff. It's really bad, aluminum. But, you know, I was looking into my 9/11 shit and the thermite. And I was curious, you know, what's this magic ingredient? What goes into thermite? And it was like iron oxide, you know, the rust and all that. But the thing that activated all this was freaking aluminum. Some sort of aluminum. This reaction that would cause it to just melt the metal, you know, but not burn paper. You know, they were talking 4,000 degrees that thermite can burn. Jet fuel can't burn that high. I mean, that's kind of temperature you need to melt that kind of steel. The World Trade Center, just to melt. But of course, I'm sure it did the circuits too, because the videos and things I've researched, they show the seismic waves of when these explosions went off. Because they were explosions. And they were so intense that it threw off the magnetic... I can't even think, I'm just tired. The magnetic poles or whatever, they're on your poles. Whatever you want to call it. The magnetic thing of the earth, I can't think. And it actually, when it melted the metal and it actually moved things, they call this the Hutchinson effect, where it's like an EVP attack. EMP attack, EVP. EMP attack. The same thing, an electromagnetic pulse came from all of these explosions and threw off the magnetic field of the earth, and was like an EMP attack. If you had cell phones or anything around there, I'm pretty sure it melted the circuits and just about everything from that was close. Because that's what EMP does. God forbid we ever have one of those, because it will knock out, like within a year or two, 90% of our entire population. Death waves. And I mean, oh God, I can't breathe. I'm trying to explain to my friend, it's not like a power outage. One of the scariest movies I think I've ever seen is on YouTube, and it's the doomsday thing about the blackout in London. The London blackout was like, I don't know, a week without power. just power now. I explained to him an EMP attack. It's more than just not power. Your vehicles won't operate. All the circuits and all your electronics melt. Your radio, your phone, useless, your car. And you think about this. No life support. Everybody dies when that runs out. Because you don't even have backup generators. You can't pump fuel. You can't do anything. So, it doesn't take long before the fresh water runs out. You can't flush your toilet anymore. There are no trucks bringing food in. There's no electricity. You can't refrigerate your medicines. Diabetics, people who need their medicines in general. Because you're not going to have your trucks bringing in any supplies. Because I even tried to say in a post-apocalyptic world, and I tried to tell you about things you can use for currency, like cigarettes and booze and things like that. You think about it, like I don't smoke anymore. I quit a long, long time ago. But a pack of cigarettes you got hidden around. Think about it. When those trucks start coming into town with those cigarettes, smokers are going to be like, who's got a cigarette? Now I said, oh really? I got to hear about this. But real quick here though, but you don't cough up the cigarettes till everybody's been dry for days, and then you see who will give you the most for the damn cigarettes. You know, that's the way you do it in post-apocalyptic world. It's like, yeah, I want your Twinkies and but the truckers are protesting. I haven't even had the time to really check things out. All I knew was Trump had started giving a speech because of the tax plan and all that. They are not driving. Why not? What's going on with this? I'm surprised I don't know, but I just haven't. I've been busy today. I've had a lot going on, dealing with these electronical issues, and God, I can't breathe. And I was listening to music for a change. I just knew he passed the tax plan. I know that there's been all kinds of military helicopters and increased air traffic again. It's really on my nerves. And I know in California they're carting in 25 miles worth of military vehicles, and Hawaii's planned for war, but California's sitting on their ass doing nothing. What else is new? We'll live on love on the beach with lobsters. Nancy Pelosi tucking them, they'll take care of us. Well, we find ourselves. Okay, you're gonna find yourselves in. Never mind. What's going on? Should I turn on YouTube? Electronic monitoring, new electronic monitoring system. Wait, for what? For the trucks or people? What electronic monitoring system? What? It sounds like prisoners. It sounds like an ankle bracelet. What is this? RFID chips. What is going on? I am just sick of this shit. I started thinking, maybe I should go to Russia. Putin was trying to give away, land and stuff to people, from this country. And I'm like, good luck, Donald Trump. I'm out of here, I don't like this place, Too many weirdos here. There's too many crazy people. What the hell is this monitoring system? I wanted to take all my money from my entire trust fund that my mom has. I went back and just go out in the middle of nowhere. Tell the driver, went to sleep, eat. Oh, I heard about that before. And the truckers were pissed off. I don't blame them. When you want to drive, you want to drive. You don't want somebody to tell you when you got to do this and that. You want to go by your body rhythms and what's right for you. Yeah, I heard something about that shit. Yeah. That's crap. It's just more intrusion. Past history. And the net neutrality thing I hear passed too, and already Cox. I knew Cox was going to be the first one to jump on the bandwagon. Oh, we're going to start. They already are screwing people. They're raising their rates right away, and their service is shit. They will not help me with my hacking issues. So I'm just continue to be destroyed. Nothing I can freaking do. My identity, everything. Crimes being committed. What can I do? And they want to raise their rates. Bullshit. Why are they doing this? I mean, this is stupid. Just for more up your ass kind of surveillance of any kind that they can get away with, you know? I mean, I'm not an anarchist. I'm not, somebody who likes to make trouble. I'm just somebody who likes to be left the fuck alone. When they say less government, then less government altogether, you know? Less government, get off my ass. Get out of my ass, you know? I don't want to be monitored. I don't do nothing. I want to just be left alone. You know? Nobody wants to help me, then go the fuck away. You know? When you start helping me with this problem, when you start giving me some justice, then we'll talk about some extra surveillance. Until then, go fuck yourselves. That's my feeling. And I'm justified. You know, if they're monitoring, if the government is actually up my ass monitoring, then why aren't you doing something about this shit? You know, this ex parte really violated mine and my son's. This is like the worst case scenario that they warn about if this should ever happen. It happened. I did this. I have to be careful because I will fall apart. Who wouldn't? But, yeah. With all this stuff. So, yeah, I didn't know that they passed this. Is it every state? Is it, or just California, or what? I mean, I don't know. My son's father, I think, is a truck driver now. I think. I don't know. He won't talk to me. Whatever. Florida? Really? Wow. That seems about right. Florida. Fucking Florida. That's where my kid is. That's where my everything is. Except, yeah, Florida. Fuck Florida. Those bastards. Those fucking lying son of a bitches. They're very corrupt in Florida. Very, very corrupt. If I could get a lawyer to help me and protect me and take on corruption, holy shit, this would be world news. What's going on? I mean, corruption, violation of rights, no due process, false imprisonment, kidnapping, extortion, bribery, just horrible, 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 wrongful deaths, millions and millions of dollars, even millions of mine that there's no right. She should be paying me a lot of money in damages anyway and the county and a lot of lawyers, a judge. Oh well. Lawyer, wherever you are, help. It's a big time case. Big case. Big. Wow. Oh my God. It's just unreal. I'm so shocked. I saw something about karma, and I got so angry. It was like, I don't know, maybe Facebook or something. I hit it. The laws of karma. By the time, no, you know, and I just was irate by the time I got done, because it's not you reap what you sow. No, you don't get what you put into it. You know, it can fail. I don't know much. I'm spectacular. I don't know much. I'm spectacular. I don't know much. I don't know how spectacular I am, but actually, no, I know a lot, but I'm not very spectacular. Oh God, I stay like really late at night. I get stuffed up, and I didn't take any Sudafed. I didn't plan on staying up. I still didn't bake my apple stuff. Oh, speculator. You're speculating, you're just like guessing on stuff. Nothing wrong with that, you know. As long as people know, you just, this is what I think based on what I've seen, you know. Not like these idiots to get on there and swear that this is the way it is. No, it's not. You're a liar. It's really pathetic that society is just the point where, oh yeah, sure, go on TV and lie all you want. Just talk shit about anybody you want. You don't have to be telling the truth. And y'all, you don't care? Oh, whatever. You're stupid. You know? Oh, God. I wish I had, like, people to hang out with and talk to. You know, so I could, like, not just have one-sided all the time. And plus I need people that would actually convince me or help me leave the house. I mean, I can't even get my social security shit straightened out because I can't leave and go. They messed me up bad. I'm just terrified of everything right now because they scare me. And I got more questions. You know, I always find something every day, like, where did all that money go? Where'd this money go? Where'd that go? What happened here? You know, it's just overwhelming. My friend is going to help me at least start turning things the right way and try to put things maybe in chronological order. There's so many papers. It's like my life depends on this. And some girl says, "You're slurring." What's the matter with it? What was? There's a lot of them that are true, but the one that is bizarre for me, as opposed to everybody else, was the Berenstain Bears, because they're both right. I saw them switching back and forth in the 70s. But the Target bag. You hate money? I hate money when assholes are the ones who have it, or it's stolen, or it's used for ill will. It can be used for good things. I mean, I had money. I didn't think much about it because I figured I had an unlimited pretty much supply without being stupid. I didn't plan on my mother stealing everything from me. I mean, I want it back, but I took everybody out, you know. If I don't have anybody to do stuff with, and, you know, a couple people don't have the money, fine, I'll pay for it. Just come on, just be company, you know. I don't care. You know, I think about people and doing things for people who have been there for me. Like, I have a friend in Florida, one of the only ones that's still speaking to me, apparently, who's never been out of Florida. Never been out of that area of Florida, even. And I always had said, like, if I ever have money one day, I gotta get you a ticket to go somewhere else. You've never seen a desert. You've never seen a mountain, you know. And, you know, I've seen, like, on Facebook how they have the sales and stuff now. You can get stuff cheap. And these three little kids that used to live across the street, I mean, they were there the other day visiting their father, and I was looking and I saw, like, the play kitchens and things like that, and, like, wow, I would have loved that as a kid. And like, $45. I'm thinking, if this were last year or whatever, I would have just bought it, you know, and, like, given it to the kids on Christmas. And it pisses me off when I can't do things like that I want to do. But, you know, the Target bag, yes, the Target bag was the only one I had, and it changed. Oh, well, you know what? I think I gotta go too, because I'm, like, starting to slur, and I don't need people to say, "Oh, what, are you on drugs or retarded?" No, I'm just tired out and stressed, and doing my best. Then, you know, medical marijuana. Thanks for dropping by, and I think I'm going to sign off right now. But thank you. Likes, share, subscribe on your social network. I'll keep trying to come up with some interesting things. And lawyer, come help, please. Thanks, everybody. You know, have a good night. And yeah, if anything interesting happens, I'll let you know. And you let me know. Keep me informed too. And God, maybe one day I'll get to cover all these things that I've got so much that's really interesting and important to share, and I just, maybe things will die down. I don't know. Anyway, take care. Thank you for dropping by, and see what happens. Bye. Good night.